course, and we are so proud to welcome our guests to the Plaquemines LNG facility, best facility in the world. We're joined today by our great governor, Jeff Landry, and who, without his support and the tremendous support of his team, we wouldn't be here. We thank our great partners and other champions of the industry within the state of Louisiana and nationally, but we're really thankful for the governor's friendship for us and friendship for really the whole nation's energy industry. We are also joined by not one but two members of President Trump's cabinet, Secretary of Energy Chris Wright and Secretary of Interior Doug Burgum, who's also the chairman and vice chairman of the newly formed, and we love the name, as you will too, of the name of the new commission, National Energy Dominance Council. And that's what we're here to do, is dominate global energy markets in LNG. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for taking the time to be here. You guys are incredibly busy, but gracious to come here today. Thank you very much. Especially just 6 weeks after the president took office, man, the president and his team have been busy. And almost every single time they talk to the press, they're talking about energy. We're also joined by many state and local leaders, as well as the members of the Plaquemines Parish community. Thank you for your continued support and friendship and patience when we snarl up traffic a little bit. And we're very grateful for the patience and support and the vision that it takes to support projects like this. Plaquemines is Venture Global's second LNG export facility, which began exporting just this past December, a couple months ago, just 30 months after the final investment decision, only made possible by the relentless dedication of the men and women here today. When the whole world is amazed at the speed of this project. And we brag about you all over the world and pass along the credit, but we are so grateful to you and your families, which enable the teams here to put in so much incredible work. Venture Global has been on a journey to bring U.S. LNG to the world as fast and as safely as we can. Within 5 years of being permitted by the last Trump administration, we have developed, built, and exported from 2 facilities, which has never been done in the history of the LNG industry before. Only in America can a lawyer and a banker start a company. I'm the banker, Bob was the lawyer, just to be clear, with their own checkbooks and a handful of employees, and build one of the fastest growing energy companies in the world. But we're just getting started. Today I'm very excited to announce a planned new expansion, phase 3 of Plaquemines. We're going to be together for many years to come. The expansion will consist of 24 new trains to add to the 36 here. It's going to be added, we're going to go right to my left over here. It will be an incremental additional investment here of $18 billion in the state of Louisiana. It'll bring Venture Global's total investment of projects in the state of Louisiana of current and planned projects to over $75 billion. With this planned expansion, Plaquemines will become the largest LNG export facility built in North America, supplying LNG to our allies while making a substantial impact on the U.S. balance of trade. Over the life of this project, the throughput through this facility will exceed $1 trillion. And it will, and the gas we use will benefit the entire country. So this benefits the Midwest. It benefits the entire United States. The flexible incremental capacity will position us to respond rapidly to market growth signals, support U.S. allies around the world so they can buy U.S. manufactured LNG instead of from Russia in the Middle East. In fact, over on the Mississippi River behind us is a vessel loading American LNG to send to our allies in Germany. To date, Calcasieu Pass and Plaquemines have sent over 60 cargoes of LNG to Germany, including during critical phases earlier in the war with Russia. We're able to confidently make plans to deploy more capital with a renewed strength and confidence in the U.S. regulatory environment under this administration. And our cabinet secretaries and our government are going to make sure that happens. We are incredibly grateful for the Trump administration's unwavering commitment to building out our nation's critical energy infrastructure and supporting U.S. LNG growth and American energy jobs. Under what we believe will be and is now one of the best regulatory and policy environments in decades, we continue to help our allies diversify their energy supply, create American energy jobs, and lower energy prices, and build, baby, build. We are excited to keep growing our business right here in Louisiana. Well, now, one of the key leaders making this happen is our governor. I'd like to introduce the great governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry. Thank you. Thank you.
How y'all doing today? I love it. God bless America, huh? Unbelievable. I want to tell you something. First of all, I am so pleased. I want to thank Mike, the entire Venture Global group here for their investment here in Louisiana. I'm so excited to be here with some of my great friends. One of my colleagues, Governor Doug Burgum, who is now the Secretary of Interior, and Chris Wright, who are the tip of the spear of President Trump's energy team. And it's just so great to have them here in Louisiana. You know, and as I was thinking around, I was looking, you see the media up on this platform, and I thought about over 14 years ago, as a member of Congress representing this very area, I held up a sign in the well of the House of Representatives that said, "Drilling equals jobs." And I want you to know, they need to take a picture, because these are the jobs that drilling creates, right here. Right here. This is a representation of American energy, and I want you all to know, this is very important. I want you to know something. When you go home tonight, and when you get up tomorrow morning, I want you to know that the work that you do has lifted more people out of poverty globally than any other industry in the world. Because from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, everything revolves around energy. Everything revolves around energy. And I just want to add this one quote that I found the other day to show you how important of a job you do each and every day, and how important of a position that Global Venture is helping place America in. And this was a quote that I found from the CEO of Constellation Energy, which is one of the largest electrical providers in the Northeast. And he said, "The most important energy commodity in the world today is a reliable and clean electric megawatt, just because of the difficulty of replacing it and the need for it." And I want you to know something, that as we grow our economy, it cannot be grown without the work that you all are doing. That is how important of a job that you do. And I want to thank Global Venture and each one of the workers that are out here building this unbelievable this is unbelievable. This is great. Biggest construction project, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I believe that this is the biggest construction project in America today. That is what you being a part of is. And the thing that makes me smile the most is that at the end of the day, Louisiana is leading not only the nation, but in the world for energy production and ability to export that energy to our friends around the globe, making sure that we create stability and peace around, because there's no one that understands that more than President Donald Trump. And so with that, I'll just tell you this. I'm here to say thank you to you, because I've always believed that the greatest natural resource that we have in this country is the people. is Americans and is Louisianians. And what you do coming to work each and every day proves to the world, and guess what? It all starts with energy, and so I can't thank you enough. And so it is with my great pleasure to introduce part of, it's like a twofer every time. I wish the president was here, I gotta tell you. Because he gets so excited when he announces these two gentlemen. He does every time, you can see it, he says, I got the best. I don't do as good of an impression as Mike Johnson does. But he says, I have the best energy team in the world. Is that not what he says, Chris? That's how he, and so it is my pleasure to introduce to you all half of the best energy team in America, right? The new Secretary of Energy, who, by the way, I'm going to tell you something, Chris Wright, and Doug, I don't mean this kind of, I think he's the smartest man on the planet, I really do. The guy's an engineer, he's unbelievable. And he really is, and he is one half of the best team in America that is going to help make America the dominant country when it comes to energy in the world. Chris Wright.
Woo. America is back. All of you here today are bringing America back, making us greater and making us stronger. I could not be more humbled and proud to stand among you today. God bless what you do today and what you do every day. I want to also thank President Trump. He worked tirelessly, even putting his own life at risk, to go back to Washington, to become our president again, to bring common sense back to Washington, D.C. It had all left the city. He brought back common sense with a simple agenda: unleash American energy, unleash American business, and unleash the American spirit. And I see it here today with all of you. He's from the East Coast. He's a real estate developer, but instinctually, he gets energy. He knows that energy is not one sector of the economy, it's the sector of the economy that enables everything else, everything else. I want to thank the governor of Louisiana. Look, these giant projects like this, they're not getting built in California, where I lived many years. They're not getting built in a lot of places. This takes leadership and boldness. This governor of Louisiana has allowed a flourishing in the Louisiana Gulf Coast and across the state. Louisiana today exports more LNG than every state in the United States. This is number one. That bar is going to be raised even higher, because in the next several years, Louisiana will become a larger exporter of liquefied natural gas than any nation on earth. You could be your own country and be number one. Venture Global, as we heard from Mike Sable, the great, bold, founding CEO, is taking huge risk. They raise money from all across America, Americans like us, to build this business and make a bet on American energy production. United States 15 years ago was the largest importer of natural gas in the world. And with bold entrepreneurs and leadership like President Trump, our governor of Louisiana, and Venture Global, today the United States is the largest net exporter of natural gas in the world, and growing strong, growing strong. What's the fastest growing source of energy on the planet by far is natural gas. I looked at this over the last 15 years. Nothing else is close. Oil is second, by the way. The fastest growing source of energy on the planet is natural gas. The largest producer of natural gas on the planet is the United States. And so hence we're growing our exports because of your work, because of your efforts. You're going to increase the prosperity of America, increase the strength of America, increase the opportunities for Americans and for the citizens of the world. Where does this gas go? What's this gas going to do? It's going to make fertilizer so farmers can grow more food and feed everyone. It's by far the largest source of electricity in the United States. Natural gas is. It's to make petrochemicals, all the clothes we're wearing, the toys, our cars, our computers, our phones. Those are all made of natural gas. All the uses of natural gas, you could say in short, they make our lives possible. They allow us to have a modern world and live these wonderful lives we live. But that doesn't fall from heaven. That doesn't just fall on earth. It has to be made, produced, and delivered. And that only happens with hardworking people like you. You are changing the world. You are changing people's lives. I'll end there. I just am humbled to be among you. I'm proud to be among you. I cannot overstate how important what you're doing is and how aligned it is with the agenda of President Donald Trump. This guy wants America to be great. He wants America to be strong. He wants to lower our cost and expand opportunities for Americans. A strong, energized, empowered America is not just good for Americans, it's good for the world. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless President Trump. Next up, funny enough, is a friend of mine. We're fellow entrepreneurs, fellow businessmen. We met before either one of us was in politics. Then he went off and became governor of North Dakota for 8 years. I've only been in politics a few weeks. But Doug Burgum is a tremendous leader. He led an energy renaissance in North Dakota. He's leading the Interior Department, which is massively important in our country. And he's the chairman of our National Energy Dominance Council. And as you heard from the governor, he's my partner, along with many others, to unleash American energy, unleash opportunity in this country. Meet my friend and hear from Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum.
Good afternoon. What a gorgeous day we have here today, and today is a day of gratitude and it's a day of celebration. You've heard from the great speakers up here, my friend Governor Jeff Landry. We got two amazing entrepreneurs, Mike and Bob, and the amazing Chris Wright. But we're celebrating today American innovation, American entrepreneurship, and American workers. I stand here before you humbled because I can't think of anything more patriotic, and there's no place I'd rather be than here looking at all of you, standing here among this creation that you've built. And it started with two guys that said, hey, maybe we can do something that's never been done before. Maybe we can invent a new way to think about how we want to process natural gas. Maybe we can figure out that the U.S., instead of being a net importer, is going to be a net exporter. And it was a couple of guys just sitting around a table that came up with the idea of Venture Global, and then you hear it's, like, again, only in America now is going to be one of the most important and influential energy companies in the world. That happens in our country when we get the government out of the way. It happens when we cut red tape. And the National Energy Dominance Council, as President Trump has asked Chris Wright and I to lead, is exactly that. One of our pathways to energy dominance is just unleashing the incredible resources that we have in this country, getting the red tape, getting the federal government off the back of the worker, off the back of companies, and so that everybody can do the amazing work and build projects like this. And so we're celebrating that today, but I also said today is a day of gratitude, and I want to bring a message from President Trump to all of you. Because President Trump fights for all of you every day. This guy, I know everybody here, you work hard, you put in a long day, you go home, you get up and you do it the next day. He respects that. And you know what? He does that too. This guy didn't take a day off for the last 90 days before the election. Then the next day he got up and he didn't take a day off. He just started jamming all the way through to January 20th. And then since January 20th, he's gotten more done than any president in the history of the United States ever has in their first month and a half. And somebody asked me, what's it like working for the president? And I said, well, you watch football? And they said, yeah, I watch football. I said, well, think about this. Think about the best football team ever assembled. But President Trump is the team owner, and he's the manager, and he's the head coach, and he's playing quarterback, and he's running a no-huddle offense. And everybody that's working for him's got to scramble back to the line for the next play because we're just going that fast every single day. And the change that he's driving, the red tape that he's cutting, it's absolutely incredible. And one of the things that we're here today, the announcement today is happening. The prior administration had a full-on attack against U.S. energy. They literally were stopping the permitting, killing jobs, killing capital formation, the money to come together to build something like this. And you know what that did? That hurt every American, and it helped our adversaries. President Trump is fighting for you every day, and he's fighting because he believes that we have U.S. energy dominance. It does two things. It builds American prosperity, and it brings peace abroad. We're in two proxy wars right now, and both of our adversaries in those wars, Russia and Iran funding 24 terrorist groups, they're funding those wars against us with energy production. With a facility like this where we can sell LNG around the world, we're literally going to stop wars. So when you guys go to work every day, tell yourself, you're just not doing a job building the most amazing, most technological plant on the planet, the biggest construction project in North America. You're also building world peace. And the other thing you're also doing is you're building prosperity here at home for everybody that's here. And it all starts with one thing, and that's American energy. And you're going to say it with me because energy dominance, part of our job is cut red tape, and the other is we got to get more things flowing through those pipes heading towards Louisiana. And how are we going to do that? You know how we're going to do it is 3 words. What are we going to do? We're going to drill, baby, drill. One more time. What are we going to do? We're going to drill, baby, drill. And when we do that, we're also we're gonna mine, baby, mine. We're gonna get critical minerals going, so we're stop buying critical minerals from China. We're gonna map, baby, map, so we get the U.S. Geological Survey going back and actually discovering all the resources we have on Americans' balance sheet. People talk about America's debt, $36 trillion in debt. Our assets could be 3 to 5 times more than that, but we don't even know that because we've stopped looking for all the resources in this country. And we're going to become an energy powerhouse, and with that, we're going to bring inflation down for you and your families, and here at home, prosperity in America and world peace abroad. That's what you're working on every day. How exciting is it to be here with all of you? And again, a message of gratitude from President Trump to you. Nothing more patriotic than an American worker that's working to build energy dominance for this country. Your impact, it carries far and wide. It touches people all over the world, and it certainly helps your kids and your grandkids, and it helps our country reduce our debt, do everything that we're doing. So a big thank you from President Trump, and a big thank you to the innovators and entrepreneurs that built this place and came up with the idea, and none of it happens without all of you. But let's go, and what's at the end, I want to say, we always say one thing when we're doing this today, what are we doing together? We're making America great again. One more time, what are we doing? Making America great again. Thank you. Way to go, Venture Global. Thank you all.